Okay, so you should have your 2 strips of paper. I've actually got 2 sets, just so I can do it twice, and then if you miss it the first time, hopefully you'll see it the second time. If you've just got 1 strip of paper, that's fine, just yours will be smaller, so just skip out the first bit. And the first thing we're going to do is join the 2 pieces of paper together to make 1 long strip. Okay, we only want the join to be quite small and then it can be hidden, so you can see how much I'm going to cover there. So you just need to put a bit of glue. I've got a tape pen, don't worry, but yeah, a bit of glue just on the end of one, and then just stick that together. Like I say, tiny bit we're just joining up. Okay, I'm going to do the same with my second one while you do your first one, your only one. Okay. Okay, so hopefully you've got 1 long strip of paper now. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to fold one side, so I'm doing the right, into the middle. Now can you see, we can see where the join is. We're just going to fold it so it kind of, the join bit comes up. If you see what I mean? So we're going to fold it to make a right angle where the join is. So that will cover the join up then eventually. Okay, so I'm just going to, there we go, fold that up. There we go, so I've got a right angle there. Okay, so the right side's come up, and then I'm going to do the same here. Okay, so I've got a right angle there. Okay, I'll give you a second to catch up. Okay, right, what we're going to do next is we're going to fold that strip. Okay, the top one we've just put up, we're going to now fold it under and then back to the top. Okay, so we fold it down and then back up again. So it's going to look pretty much the same as what it did when we started with, but it creates a square at the back. Okay, so I'm going to show you that again. Okay, so with this one, so this is how we'd had it before. We're going to, the top piece, we're going to fold under, right, flat at the top, we'll crease it down like that, so it goes to the bottom, and then it's going to come back up on itself, so we create a square there, so it's still got that backwards L shape. Okay, I'll give you a second to catch up. Okay, so now we're going to bring that left hand side and we're going to fold it all the way over. Again, nice and neat in the middle. Okay, so now we've got an L shape, and we'll do the same with this one. Okay, so the left side comes all the way over the middle to make that L shape. Okay, so now, and this can be a bit tricky, we're going to take the right of the L and we're going to go thread it through the back. There's like a square that you've created in the back. Now because of our join, it might be a bit tight to put through, but you can see I've managed to just thread it through. So we want to thread that all the way through right to the end. Okay, like that. Keep it nice and neat. I'll do the same with this one so you can see. So again, my right of my L, I'm going to go through the back. There's like a little, you can see a little envelope we've created. I'm going to slit it through so it comes through there, and I'm going to pull it through all the way through to the end like that, and I'm just going to crease it down there. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to create that fancy loop bit that we find on a palm cross by taking the top part and we're going to pull it forward, and we've got that square that we're going to thread it through. Okay, so we don't want to crease it this time, we just want to make it quite loose. Okay, and so this can be adjusted afterwards, so don't worry too much about that. So I'm just literally thread it through and then leave it like that. Okay, same with this one. So I'm going to bring the top piece down and just thread it through that top square and just pull it a bit, but not flatten it. Okay, Right. Okay, give you a second to do that. Okay, so now we're going to make the left hand part of our cross, and we're going to go behind this time. So we're going to thread it through, again, the square in the middle, but from behind. Okay, so you can see I'm going behind. Now it's quite hard to know exactly how far to go because we're going to fold this back as well. So we actually want it shorter than we'd think we want, and we're going to flatten this one down as well. So I'm going to do it a tiny bit more. We can always trim some off as well if you need to. So I'm going to do it maybe that long, I think. See? Okay. So with that, like I said, this one's going to be folded in, and I'm going to do the same on this one. Okay, so again, we're making the left side of the cross. We're going to take the left side and we're going to put it through the back. Thread it through that square at the back, you can see, and pull it through. And it's kind of a bit of a guess. You can always move it a bit afterwards if you find you've got too much or not enough. I'm going to go back there, I think, and flatten it down. And then the last bit, we're going to create the right hand side. So this time we're going to pull it forward and again through there, through that. It's quite tight now because we've got lots of pieces of paper that have all gone through that gap, but if you can squidge it through, and when it starts to come out you can actually pull it inside as well. If you find it easy, you can actually go through the back, but then it just means that you can see it's a bit easier. It's a bit neater to do it. I'm just pulling it from the middle now. There you go. And then you just want to make it kind of even. That'll do. And then flatten it, and then you can always adjust this then. And there's that palm cross. Okay, so I'm going to go back and do this one now. So again, you can go through the front. If you want to, you can go through the back. Let me show you through the back. Just if you're struggling, it just means it shows at the back, but that's fine. Just through there, and then when it's even, just fold it, and then you can adjust the top part, and there is your palm cross.